absolutely big.
This is the Gas Man.
Hello there.
I've been trying to make the Gas Man work for quite some time now. I started out with the grenading Gas Man. It didn't work that well. I just kept on repeatedly dying. So I went back to the drawing board. And by drawing board, I mean YouTube. So I stumbled across this fine woman right here. She has made a build about the Gas Man. This is her build, right? She is using these disgusting boots with only 10% movement speed. First, when I saw this, I threw up all over the place. But I saw the amount of damage this build was putting out with absolutely horrendous gear. So I thought, I can work with this. Some things to note is that if you poison something on the ground, the poison just simply stops traveling. It gets confused by the stairs. It's not like real life, where the gas always travel upwards. Like when a fire, you will always lay down on the ground, so you won't suffocate. Or like, you know, when someone has farted, let's say that 10 people in a room all farted all at once, you wouldn't go to the roof. Even though it might save you for the moment, the farts will eventually catch up to you. Of course, it depends on who farted, right? If it was, you know, a beautiful girl, you might want to stick around to smell the fart. What's up, guys? It's me. Back in Path of Exile 2. This is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
The Gas Man. As you can see already in this video, this build is pretty cool. You have some big pops, you have some big slithering of poison, slithers around corners and stuff, and completely obliterates all mobs. And when they blow up, they will become corpses, and we will use those corpses to make more poison. This is the Poison Man. These are the boots. These boots absolutely suck because their movement speed is hog shit. But besides the movement speed, they have Decompose skill on step, which is this skill right here. Pretty cool. It does things. Then we're using some auras or whatever, you know, we have some cast on minion death. The thing is to get the poison chain started. We will kill our own minions by sacrificing them to the poison. So let's have a look at the gear. We have some pretty standard shit, just some evasion and resistances on the gloves. With the rings, we have some evasion, cast damage. This is pretty much the exact same build as the other woman that I showed you before, right? Except I am using a focus to get some more cast damage. Also, I am using this scepter right here with increased presence area of effect. Now, the reason that is base is because we have more radius around us. So with more radius, we can trigger our boots if we are further away. So we don't even have to go near the corpses for them to become poison and kill everything in the area. You know, we will just clear screens and kill mobs that we don't even know are there. You know, we just enter a map and everything dies. I won't go over all of the gear because the gear is honestly quite shit. The only thing that is expensive on this build is the belt and the jewels. So we are using the Adorned. The reason we are using Adorned is because we have a dog shit movement speed, we have some cooldown recovery rate, and we are using Blink. I have chosen the worst character in the game, so I don't really have any options. This is the best thing I have found. I'm mostly using these jewels right here to get more AoE on our poison. Also damaging elements deal damage faster. That is also biz. I don't want to stand around and wait for the mobs to die. You know, I go up to a rare mob and I just look at my watch and I'm like, excuse me, sir, could you please fucking die? So that's why we have damaging elements deal damage faster. We are using this thing right here, which makes the enemies explode. Our map clear is absolutely bussin'. I would say it's probably the best build for the Witch Hunter. Welcome to Just the tip. I am your host, really though. For today's tip, we are going to be talking about breach rings. The reason breach rings are so great is because they can have up to 50% quality base. I have been making a lot of currency this league, crafting breach rings for the Spark meta. Now, the way I have crafted the breach rings is by using essences, which grants a caster modifier. And on rings, the only caster modifier you can get is cast speed. I would buy rings with mana resist, and I would slam them with caster, and then I would slam them with exalted orbs, and sometimes I would hit something biz. I did manage to sell one of these rings for 80 divine orbs, so that is a great strategy for making currency in Path of Exile 2. Today's segment of Just the Tip has been brought to you by sponges. Now, sponges have many different uses and utilities. Sponges can be used for cleaning your car, desktop computer, and or if you have laundry, just throw a sponge at the laundry. Do not wash the sponges before consuming. That way you can add more flavor and nutrients. Head over to my Patreon to order pictures of sponges, meanwhile supporting my gambling addiction. Now, back to the video. Now, is this build better than Spark? No, of course, nothing is better than the disgusting Spark meta. But we are witch hunters, and what are Spark players? They are witches. So I knew I had to make this build work. So we, us witch hunters, can show all of these witch Spark bastards that we are also in town. We have arrived, not by train, but by aeroplane from the sky. We are jumping in our, parachutes with AK-47s, and we are spraying down upon all the Spark players. That is who we are, witch hunters. So yeah, honestly, this build is... Anyways, let me just show you the build real quick so you can see how biz it is. So how we start off the poison chain is just we drop down our little things, and the poison would just skitter and scatter all over the place, You can see this big boy right here, he's just slowly dying to our poison, right? So the gameplay is just pretty much us running around. Now, if you wanted to get some more single target, you can just swap out all these gems with increased minion life. Because the way we are scaling our damage is by our minions having a lot of life. You can see here, poison enemies as through deal as poison enemies as through chaos damage, poise equal to 39 of corpse life, right? We could just buff our minions XP on all of our jewels, and we can run into the boss and it will instantly die. But I don't want to do that because I'm not farming bosses, so I'm just, blasting through maps, having a jolly time. We are also using some curses and shit, but if you want to try this build, I would honestly just go follow this lady right here, because I have no idea how this works. I am doing a different skill tree, but the items and the idea is the same, right? Okay, anyways, so I think that concludes our video on the Poison Man. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.